Actor and author Kirk Cameron drew an overflow crowd, and I'm talking thousands of people, at the Indianapolis Public Library yesterday to hear him read his new Christian-themed kids' book, As You Grow. But it took persistence to make this happen, folks. His publisher, Brave Books, says more than 50 libraries across the country actually ignored or even rejected his offers to appear. He says libraries in Indianapolis and Scarsdale, New York, where he's reading later today, changed their minds after public outcry. Now, the libraries are pushing back against that notion. They say that he is welcome, but the good news is he's getting to hold his readings, but not without a fight. Kirk's book, As You Grow, teaches, quote, the biblical truths of the fruit of the Spirit. And Kirk Cameron is here to talk about it with us. This has been quite a battle. You would never imagine that you'd be in for the battle of your life because you wrote a children's book. First of all, tell us about your children's book, and then we'll talk about the fight and the resistance that you were met with it.
Well, the book is called As You Grow, and I've partnered with Brave Books to write this about biblical wisdom and the fruit of the Spirit, which is love, joy, kindness, gentleness, faithfulness, self-control. And I wanted to do a story hour at public libraries across America, and we were denied by over 50 woke libraries who have also hosted drag queen story hours for toddlers.
Yes, that is right. Brave Books, by the way, as you probably have all have heard, I did Fiona's Fantastical for it, also on bravebooks.com. So both of our books, so we're co-authors on separate books. But anyway, when you basically tried to get into a couple of these libraries, not only were you met with resistance, you actually had to threaten legal action, which is crazy. That's
right. We asked for a story hour, just like others have done story hours, and these libraries said they were not interested and that their communities were not interested. And it wasn't until I published a public letter asking them to reconsider and then mentioning the fact that we have constitutional rights. In fact, I have my copy of the Constitution right here, that I will assert in court that they reversed course. And, yesterday just told the whole story in Indianapolis. The community showed up in record numbers. More people showed up for this book reading than any other event in the 137-year history of the library.
Which this is really speaking volumes, not only about conservative suppression in this country, but about that need of those people that are being suppressed, those conservatives, those Christians that really want a storybook hour. They don't want to go and listen to drag queens read to their 18-month-olds. Okay, let's talk about Scarsdale Library here in Westchester, because I have to read their comment about how you guys basically had said, Brave Book had said that they basically reversed their invitation. When asked to comment on the reversal in allowing Kirk to host a story hour, the director of Scarsdale Public Library had this to say: there was no reversal. In a statement, they go on to say the event is not a library-sponsored program, but rather a meeting room rental is what they're calling it. That cannot be rejected based upon political or religious content under the First Amendment. First of all, it was not a sponsored event. Brave never asked the library to sponsor their event. In fact, we've got the original email, Scarsdale Library. Let's put it up on the screen. We would love to schedule a story hour for Mr. Cameron's book, where we read As You Grow and speak to families about following the wisdom of the Bible, as well as discussing the harmful effects of woke ideologies, specifically CRT and the transgender agenda. So nowhere in that email are we asking Scarsdale Library to sponsor an event. So that is fake news right there.
And they are sponsoring and paying for and promoting drag queen story hours for children. But we don't even get a mention on the website calendar. If you go to the website, you won't see it. They do tell you that there's a Play-Doh play date going on today, but in Scarsdale, we will be there and we expect record numbers.
Yeah, I'm on the scarsdalelibrary.org website right now, and it actually is featuring the Drag Queen Story Hour. It happened back in June of 2022. It's still on their website. The demographic is 18 to 24-month-olds. I'm not making this up. And anyone over the age of 10 may be left alone without a parent. But nowhere in there does it say Kirk Cameron's coming to the library this afternoon still. And you drew 2,500 people at a library in Indianapolis, the most that they've had in a library since like over 100 years.
And Julie, what really excites me is that people weren't there just to hear a story. They said to us, we can't even get into the building because it's at capacity, but we want to know what can we do to support this movement. This isn't about woke libraries. I love what Samuel Adams said. He made a great beer, but he made an even better founding father. And he understood oppressive government that was destroying morals of children. And he said this, he said, it does not take a majority to prevail, but rather an irate, tireless minority keen on setting brush fires of freedom in the minds of men. And yesterday in Indianapolis, a brush fire of faith, family, and freedom was ignited. It's now spread to Scarsdale, New York, and it's moving across the country uncontained. I am so thrilled.
I'm so happy for you guys. Bravebooks.com is where you can get our books. And today they have a special, actually. You get both our books for free if you subscribe at bravebooks.com. I mean, faith, family, freedom. Gee, that's so offensive. My God, the whole woke ideology is just out of control, and I'm glad that you're fighting against it as you grow. It's awesome. Thank you so much, Kirk, for coming in to talk to us today.
Thanks. Great to talk with you.